Okay. Did I overkill that guy? I might have. But I'm serious, you know. No, I don't want him to call back up. I'll take back what I said about him being a moron. He may only be a moron on the telephone. 5:52. 7 minutes until 6 o'clock. Let's just start the happy hour early since we lost our guest at 5:30. Anything that's on your mind, we'll be glad to talk about, including that $140,000 Marta sculpture, and I ain't through talking about that yet. You're on Ring.
Yes, I'd just like to know if you've got any more hockey tickets left.
For tonight?
Sure.
I am sorry.
How about for the Sabres?
What, is that Saturday night?
Yes.
I have some for Saturday night, and I will be giving them away on the air tomorrow.
Okay.
What is this? You just calling up asking for hockey tickets?
Did you hear me ask for hockey tickets?
No, sure I did. The implication was plain.
Well, that's true. I would have asked, but I would have asked fairly. I would have asked for a question.
A question?
Yeah, a tough trivia question or an impossible quiz.
Well, I'd give you a question, and you wouldn't have a prayer of answering it.
That's probably true, but I'd give it a try.
Well, why don't you do something unique? Why don't you go down there tonight and buy a ticket?
That would spoil my record.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't had to pay for one yet.
Well, then I'll be sure never to give you one.
Then recognize my voice.
Listen, people got to support the Flames, and you can't support them by going there on free tickets all the time.
Well, the way that I get the tickets, I indirectly support them. I buy a service here, I'm given something there, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's bartering.
Well, it works.
Okay, thank you. No, not bartering, Frank. 261-9764, you're on Ring Radio.
Turn that radio down. Don't turn it all the way down.
Hurry up, ma'am, we're on the air. Let's go.
Turn down.
Sorry, I can't sit there listening to people give instructions on turning the radio down. 5 minutes until 6 o'clock. You know what? We got 1 minute. When Howard Ruff and I were talking before we went on the air, he said one thing that was really interesting to me, and you people ought to give it consideration. Or just think about it. We'll do a show on it one time. Bartering. How many of you people have gotten into bartering your services? Trading a service or a product you have for a service or a product that somebody else has that you want. Do you know how hard it is for the Internal Revenue Service to keep up with that? Almost impossible. And it's a doggone good way to beat inflation. It really is. I enjoyed having Howard Ruff on. Now, if you people have anything on your mind from any area, and I'll come up with some ideas too for the last 45 minutes of two-way conversation, well, you just get on that little old phone of yours and call us during the news at 261-9764. The free-form hour, off the wall, whatever you want to call it, comes up after the local news and the world tonight from CBS. Just typical in that newscast, a couple of things. The president's inflation fighter, Alfred Kahn, calling businesses to task because of the rise in prices. It's all part of the con game, folks, of the government wanting you to believe that businesses increasing prices is a cause of inflation. And a lot of you are buying the big lie. The senators going back on their pledge of a couple of years ago and increasing their earnings limits from outside speaking engagements. It's really criminal what Washington is doing to us. Anyway, off the wall hour, no 4-day rule. Just call about anything in the world you want to, except meter readers macing dogs. And we'll take your call here at 261-9764. You're on Ring Radio. Ring Radio, go ahead.
I don't want any hockey tickets. I want to be serious, and I want to see if you can answer a question. I had a cousin to die the other day, and I don't want my funeral like that. Do you have to publish your death in the paper? Is that a law?
Do you have to what now?
Publish when you die? Do you have to publish it in the paper? I heard you did.
Well, I've never heard of a law that says you have to publish when you die in the paper.
Mm-hmm. Well,
why do you ask that? That's an odd question.
Because I'm not going to publish it. I'm just going to beat that inflation part of a funeral by just being taken out and up to Marietta and being buried. See?
Just be thrown in the ground, you mean?
Yeah. I don't want all these people coming and asking questions and all that.
Don't she look natural?
Listen, let me tell you something else, too. And can I tell you what I'm tired of?
Oh, sure. What are you tired of?
Tired of Arabs and Carters and famous alcoholics.
That sounds like it might be fun. You are tired of, what's an Arab?
Well, when we were little, my mother said that when we would get mad at each other, we called each other Arabs. That was the meanest thing we could think of. Arabs, of course, they are now.
Arabs aren't necessarily bad.
Well, I don't know why we did it. We just did it.
I can't remember what we called it. Well, I can remember what we called ourselves, each other when we got mad, and I wouldn't repeat it here. 43 degrees. Let's go through some more phone calls before we say good night.
Hello, Neal.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a first-time caller. I'm a little bit nervous.
Don't be nervous.
But I like your show. I appreciate you for talking and expressing your opinion. I think it's good for Georgia and good for the...
Even when I'm nasty?
Beg pardon?
Even when I'm nasty?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a sense of nastiness to them.
Oh, sure. I'm just glad I have the opportunity to vent mine in front of so many folks.
Right. If you suppress it, then it breaks out at a later time. It might be damaging.
Oh, that's right. Might be.
But I just want to say that, like again, I appreciate the show, and sometimes I disagree with you, but I don't get a chance to call like I want to. But it's good talking to you.
Well, thank you for calling us, sir.
And I'll try to call back.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Bye-bye. 39% relative humidity. You're on Ring.
Hey, Neal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never spoke with you before. This is first time caller.
Mm-hmm.
And I travel around all day long, and I listen to Ring just about all day. But I appreciate what you people trying to do out there to lighten us up about the way things are going. But the main thing is about this pie throwing deal here, hearing about. Now, do I get to make my own pie?
No.
No. Well...
You don't know what you might hide in the pie.
Well, I tell you, it's not for you.
Well, then, in that case...
Yeah,
No.
If I could collect about $1,000, I think I'd feel for that young lady real good. Just till I couldn't just lay down and throw no more.
No,
Around, just the last big heave. Right?
Yeah, well, what the heck? It's good. It's for a good cause.
Well, I hear that. I know that real well.
Although I don't think that matters too much to you.
Well, yeah, it does, too. It really does. But I appreciate what you people try and do, and y'all just keep it on that.
Well,
just keep letting them hold it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll see you out there tomorrow. You got about 20 seconds.
Hey, Neal.
Yeah, 20 seconds.
This being happy hour and St. Paddy's Day, I wonder if I could sing an Irish song.
Well, you only got... You will go out with your Irish song. Start singing.
All right. It must have been the Irish that built the pyramids, for no one else would carry up the brick. It must have been a Dow that dug the river Nile, for no one but an Irishman would fight a crocodile. And all the Micks and Turks, Mohammedans and Turks, they were all Egyptians long ago. Cleopatra was a Collins. She came from County Mayo. She lost her nationality, the roaming in Sahara, and all...
This concludes another day of broadcasting for WRNG North Atlanta. WRNG is owned and operated by Ring Radio Company. Join us at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning for Ring Radio's All News in the Morning.